In today's digital world, your online presence is often that first handshake. Sometimes it's the only handshake. So how much can just one image really say about you? Especially somewhere like LinkedIn, right? Every little detail feels like a choice. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something often overlooked, but honestly, super powerful. The LinkedIn profile cover page. And we're looking specifically at one example, Doug Lehman's cover page.
That's right. And we're not just casually scrolling here. We've got a detailed analysis. It looks at the strategic elements, drawing on some AI assessment feedback too,
Right.
our mission for this deep dive, to really get why this specific cover page works so well, why some might call it a masterclass in personal branding. We want to unpack how Doug uses visuals to tell a story, without even needing words sometimes.
Okay, so let's start there. You land on Doug Lehman's profile. What's that instant gut feeling? What does the cover page kind of whisper about him as a professional before you even read his bio?
Well, the first thing is how efficient it is. People scroll so fast. His banner isn't just a picture. It feels like a carefully designed billboard. It cuts through the noise. The immediate impression. He's modern. He's clearly very media savvy. It flags his key areas right away. Voice of the customer, social selling through video, and importantly, improving customer loyalty and retention.
This is like a visual summary.
Exactly. Unlike profiles where you have to dig, this gives you the core info almost instantly. Visual shorthand, really. It tells you he's not just aware of current digital marketing and sales stuff, he's involved, especially with video.
That's smart, like a visual elevator pitch. The graphics and key phrases do the work up front. It really highlights how many people just use a generic photo up there. He's broadcasting his medium, his whole approach. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for me. The personal brand itself. In Lehman's terms,
Yeah.
that phrase just pops. It's catchy, obviously, but what makes it such a strong strategic move?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's memorable, first off, and it's such a clever play on, in layman's terms.
Yeah.
By using his own name, Doug immediately signals his value. He makes complex things simple, understandable, and personal. It's basically a promise of clarity. It makes him seem like an expert guide, not just some guy using jargon.
Right, accessible.
Totally accessible. And visually, that distinct green outlined font, it makes it the main focus. And green often suggests, growth, approachability.
Right.
It reinforces the whole making things clear message.
That wordplay is great, implying he can break down complicated stuff, super valuable in, well, almost any field, right?
Yeah.
Especially B2B sales or marketing. So how does that cleverness tie in with his headshot? You mentioned the detail of him being in front of a green screen. How does that reinforce things?
Yeah, the green screen is subtle but powerful. It's not just a random background choice. It says a lot about his comfort, his skill with video production. It confirms that video content creator identity. It's like saying, yeah, I make videos and I do it properly.
Okay, so it connects to his skills.
Directly. And it ties into that camera lens motif you see everywhere on the banner. It's not just one lens image, it's repeated in the background, around his logo, even framing his headshot. That consistent visual language hammers home his focus on video, on high-quality visual communication. It's instant shorthand for his expertise. It shows video isn't just part of his work, it's central. It's how he delivers value, it's how he puts things in Lehman's terms, visually.
It really is visual storytelling,
Right.
layering messages without extra text. And speaking of visuals, you also see that YouTube play button icon. That's not just decoration, is it? What does that signal immediately?
No, definitely not just decoration. That YouTube button is instant recognition, validation even. It directly links his claim about social selling video to, well, the biggest video platform there is. It borrows YouTube's brand power to say his content isn't just theory, it's out there on a global stage.
So it adds credibility.
Huge credibility for anyone doing video. It signals creation and distribution, reach. Then, over on the left, there's the actual Lehman's Terms logo, a silhouette of someone speaking. Simple, but again, it emphasizes communication. Presentation skills, clarity is key.
And then there's that little quirky detail, the small winking AI robot
Yeah.
that feels very... Now, what kind of message does that send out?
That's a fascinating touch, isn't it? The winking robot.
Mhm.
It suggests he's not just tech-savvy or forward-thinking in a generic way. It implies he might be using AI tools in his strategies, but with, a bit of personality, maybe even some humor.
Right, not just cold technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In today's world, showing you understand and can integrate AI is becoming really important. A differentiator, it poses that question, what does adding AI to your brand, especially with a wink, say about you? It signals innovation, efficiency, being ready for what's next.
Yeah, it tells you he's not stuck in the past.
Right. He's embracing the cutting edge, probably to get better results. It paints him as a strategic thinker using tech to boost communication, but also maybe someone approachable who doesn't take himself too seriously.
That's a big signal right now. Positions him as someone using all the tools, not just video. Okay, let's switch gears slightly to the really explicit messages. His career status, open to more work, is right there, very clear. Some people worry that looks, I don't know, desperate. What's the argument for why this is actually a smart move on LinkedIn?
That's a fair point about perception, but I think Doug's directness here with open to more work is actually quite strategic on LinkedIn. Its power is in its clarity, zero ambiguity about his availability. Recruiters, potential clients, they're scanning profiles fast. This directness is gold. It saves time.
Cuts the noise again?
Exactly. It reduces friction. It clearly states what he's looking for. It actually shows confidence, I think. He is actively seeking opportunities, putting his value out there, not just waiting. It helps filter for the right kind of interest, too.
Makes sense, especially for efficiency.
Mm.
Then there's the phrase, transferable skills to new opportunities. That seems designed to broaden his appeal, doesn't it? Suggests a bigger picture view.
Oh, absolutely. And that phrase feels aimed squarely at recruiters and hiring managers. It's proactively saying, look, I'm good at voice of the customer and social selling, yes, but I'm adaptable. My core skills in understanding customers, driving engagement, improving loyalty, they apply elsewhere, too.
So not just pigeonholed into one specific role.
Precisely. It broadens his appeal massively. She's flexibility, strategic thinking beyond just one job title. Recruiters love transferable skills, right? Means potentially less ramp-up time, more versatility. It shows self-awareness and that he's thinking ahead in his career.
And one last detail, video series. Not just video or videos,
Yeah.
series. What does that small difference imply about his work and standing?
That word series suggests structure, a body of work. It implies he's not just posting random videos now and then, he's a consistent creator. It positions him more as an authority, someone who understands using ongoing content to build an audience and deliver value over time.
So more commitment, more strategy.
Definitely. A deeper commitment, a more substantial output. It suggests a vision for his content. And if you step back and look at everything together, the clever name, the visuals, the AI hint, the clear calls to action, the series mention, it all paints a very coherent, very compelling, and frankly sophisticated professional picture. Highly intentional.
So wrapping this up, what does it all mean for you listening? We've walked through why this analysis calls Doug Lehman's banner a masterclass. And it really does feel like that. It's dense with information, communicated visually in such a small space. Every pixel works.
It really does. It nails his niche expertise, shows off modern skills like video and AI awareness. It builds that memorable, in Lehman's terms, brand, and it's got that clear call to action. Every single piece, from the name to the winking robot to the camera lens everywhere, it all serves a purpose. It builds this cohesive identity. It just demonstrates a real understanding of how to use visual communication effectively online today, creates a strong first impression, states his value clearly.
That's the core idea, isn't it? It's not just about having a banner. It's making every part of it work for you.
Yeah.
So maybe as you navigate your own online world, think about your presence, LinkedIn, website, whatever it is. What subtle messages are you sending with your visuals, your text? Are you making the most of that digital space? How can you make every pixel count to tell your story and show your value in this very crowded online